Yo, yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Mylo's Mansion. This time I'm very lonely again here on the couch. As we're doing it through Zoom, I'm joined by the one and only Retrovision. What's
Hello,
up?
hello.
How's life?
I'm doing good. I'm actually not that far away from you. Like you're in Amsterdam right now.
Yeah.
I'm actually Belgium because I live in Belgium, but it's still like 3 hours and a half by drive or something.
Yeah, probably even less. But you just moved there, right? Pretty
Yeah,
recently.
basically I moved for 6 months because my girlfriend is like doing some studies in Belgium.
Oh, nice.
In a month and a half, actually, we'll just move back to France. So
Nice.
yeah, it's a little adventure, I would say.
Cool. I mean, you guys just like rented a place there or something and just...
Yeah, that's what we did. Like literally, like this is the living room. And I basically produce music, and I just do have my setup in the living room, so it's quite a fun
Nice.
setup.
I think it's cool, right? To have like a different environment to make music and just switch it up a little bit.
I think this can be like really interesting because sometimes when you're always sitting in the same room in the same I don't know, same walls, same thing, same decoration.
Yeah.
I feel like it's becoming boring after a little while, so I like to change things up a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was like thinking about. Like I've had my studio now for like I think 5 or 6 years,
Yeah.
and I know sometimes I do think it's like maybe nice to like switch things up and I don't know, just do something. Have a different new environment to get
It
creative.
also sounds better because, of course, like being in a living room is pretty bad sound-wise. 'Cause
Yeah,
it has
yeah.
a lot of resonances.
Yeah,
Being in the normal studio should be like so much better. But then,
of
like
course.
for creativity, I feel like it's actually so much different.
Yeah, but like with mixing and stuff, how do you do that?
Oh, I still do it on my speakers, but I have SonarWorks. So
Oh
basically,
yeah. I
first day
use
when I
it.
came here, I took the SonarWorks microphone. I started like
Yeah.
analyzing the room with it. So
Yeah.
my neighbors must be probably complaining about it because it makes a lot of noise. But once you're set up with this, it's actually pretty good sounding. It's not that
Oh,
bad,
nice.
actually worse. So
Sick.
yeah,
Cool. We have a couple of question cards here, just to get things going, conversations going. So let's jump into the first. Coming from a small town in France, how hard was it for you to get noticed?
well, it's been quite a difficult ride. Like it's been years and years since I've been doing this. Like I think the first time I started at like music production software was in 2012, and it took me some years just to at least make it a living because I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that's the most difficult part, just make it a living, and then to be noticed by all those labels, all those guys, which are like 90% Dutch. It was really hard because back then I didn't even speak English, so I didn't know how to talk to
Crazy.
them, how to send an
Yeah,
email.
yeah.
And so I think there's so much more to learn rather than just learning how to make music. It's so much more difficult and different from what you can see from an artist. From a fan perspective.
Yeah, of course. I guess like also like, networking and like meeting people is like so important.
Yeah, I
But I
remember
mean-
going to ADE without knowing anyone, literally.
Yeah. How many years ago was that?
I think the first time when I went to ADE, I didn't know anyone. It was back in 2017, something like
nice.
this. And yeah, I came to ADE, and I went to the spinning demo drop, and I didn't even have a USB stick with me. So basically, I brought my Bluetooth speaker and I put it on the table, and I was like, okay, now
No
you're gonna
way.
listen to my songs. And,
That's great.
Yeah, my production skills weren't that good or anything back then. Also, my English was like super bad. And I wouldn't say like I'm super good right now, but at least probably people can understand me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I was a little bit awkward, if I'm honest. I think I was a bit awkward.
I mean, I guess we all are when we started out. For me, probably the same. Like I've been to, I don't know if you've heard of it, Dance Fair. Have you ever been?
Yeah.
It's like like I've been there at the demo drop. I remember like going to the protocol demo drop, and it was actually a song like me. I was actually a DJ duo in the past, and us two and Jay Hardway, we actually did a song at the time, and he wasn't signed anywhere as well at the point. I think you can still find it online. It's called Nuclear. But we went to like the protocol demo drop, and it was also like so awkward, and just like the usual feedback of like, yeah, it sounds cool, but it needs a little bit more work.
It's like it's cool, but not for us. But then why
Yeah,
do you say
exactly.
it's cool? Because it's not for you. It's always been like this. But yeah, I can understand, because at the same time, it's really hard to say no. Like
Yeah,
from
of
a label
course.
perspective, it's really hard to just say like, no, it sounds completely like crap. And
I mean, I guess you also don't want to hurt like someone's feelings, I guess. Like, I mean, you probably get like a ton of demos as well.
yeah, oh yeah,
And it's like, you want to sort of be like constructive and actually help someone get better, so you don't want to like completely bash something, but you also want to be honest, I guess.
that's the thing. Like I like to be honest. I think the worst I will say will be something like, oh yeah, you should try to learn a little bit of music theory, because you gotta like know this kind of stuff if you can't hear when it's wrong. Like that's probably
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the worst feedback I can get. I mean, I can give to someone, and yeah, but I don't like to be rude for especially
No,
for like
of course
no
not.
reason. Like,
Yeah,
I'm just trying to. I've been trying as well. I've done like
of
off key
course.
songs. I've done a shit lot of stuff like this. So
Yeah, we've all been there. I mean, we all had to start somewhere. It's like a process. Cool, let's jump to the next one. More bass, more good. Explain us your motto.
well, it all started with a with a joke in a YouTube video. And like a few years ago, I was like making a little bit of YouTube videos, and at some point I said like, "Oh yeah, you need more bass because more bass is more good." And everyone took that as a meme, and everyone started to joke around and like send me like, yeah, like stories of me saying that. And I don't know, I took it like so personally. I decided to make it like, okay, this is going to be my new branding because this is actually funny. And I really love like memes and stuff like that. So
Yeah. Who
let's
doesn't?
just make it like a real thing. Let's create a concept around it. So I create like those more bass, more good T-shirts. And,
Yeah.
and I actually, like fun fact, I actually made the logo literally on Google Chrome, because there was like a Word 2003 generator, like image stuff like this.
Yeah.
Then I wrote like more bass, more good, and then I took this, I put it in Photoshop, and I printed T-shirts with it.
That's
And
great.
then we also did a more bass, more good party at AD last year, which we were playing.
Yep. Oh wait, that's the Britney Spears one, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
That one's so sick.
I mean the party at AD where we played.
Yeah.
Yeah, at Nova Club.
Yeah.
It was
Wait.
dope. And
Was that at your party or at my party?
my party on
Did I play? Did I play your song?
Oh no, I don't think so. I don't think I've made it back then.
That would have been a mistake.
No, I don't think you did. I think
No,
you did.
okay,
But,
great, perfect.
yeah, I brought that party at AD with the name More Bass, More Good.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what you mean. Yeah, I mean that was such a fun night. That
Yeah,
club
it was definitely. And I actually got super nervous because it was my first time throwing like a party.
Yeah.
Also such kind of a name.
Yeah,
And
of course.
also as a non-Dutch guy, it was really hard for me to get like a party at 80, because
Yeah, of
as
course.
a French DJ, it's a little bit harder because I don't speak Dutch, and I don't have
Yeah.
directly all the contacts and stuff. So I was like literally like to my agent and to my manager, like, please find me a venue, 'cause I can't afford anything. And I mean, I could fly to Amsterdam and meet some guys, but first I
Yeah,
need
of
to know like
course.
who I would need to meet, because
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know them. And so yeah, we found this venue, and it actually worked out like super well. We got like some really cool special guests, such as you.
The one and
Also got
only.
um, we got Mike Williams, Brooks, Don Diablo. I mean, it was absolutely insane,
Yeah, it was
especially for the
crazy.
first time. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
definitely want to do it again next year because
Yeah, you
I
should.
want to do it bigger and bigger and bigger. I
Yeah,
mean, we're
yeah.
probably gonna keep the same venue, but I want to make it a little bit better. I don't know, like with production, lights, stuff like
Yeah, yeah.
this.
Yeah, that venue, like, it was like actually a place I used to, like, that's one of the venues I used to, like, started to, like, actually go out and, like, go to parties. That was, like, one of my go-to spots.
It's crazy.
I had many good nights there.
Damn. Yeah, I also seen. I think it was Mike Williams going to Chupito's club. I mean, we probably went to that club as well. Like,
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
I was like checking out the pictures from the club, and I've seen like Mike was always there. I was like, what?
Yeah.
So much happening in Amsterdam. I'm missing out so much.
I mean, not that much. It's fun, but better to spend time in the studio.
Yeah, of course, of course. Making music is like the key.
Exactly. As talking about more bass, like, I feel like that's one of the hardest things making music, like getting the low end right.
Yeah,
How do you feel about
like
that?
it is really, really hard. Like a lot of time, I'm really happy with the bass in the studio. Then I go into the car or or somewhere else, and then I'm like, no, it's not doing good. Or even just sometimes I just take the headphones and I'm like noticing so
Yeah,
much
yeah.
stuff which is happening like super wrong, and I'm like, no, I can't do this. I have to redo my mix. I have to redo a bunch of stuff because, yeah, it's hard to get the bass like super tight.
Yeah. Sometimes, like, I do like a lot of like A-Bing with like other songs that I really like, just to check out the mix. And then a lot of times when I'm like, okay, now it sounds super tight, and then I switch to the other song, and it's like so much more fat and like so much fuller. I'm like, what? How did he get it like this?
This happens to me every time I listen to like a Skrillex song, for example.
Yeah, yeah,
Skrillex has such a tight mix, and especially for the kicks, like the kicks are so tight,
yeah.
and
It's
the
crazy.
sub bass like it just doesn't clip, and then it's just like every time it's just perfect, and I'm like trying to understand how he does that, but I just don't.
Like
And
all
every time I
the
try to do that,
all the memes when his new album came out.
yeah, I
Of,
actually
like,
did some like.
it's crazy. It's so tight. It's like so, but also like so like round and like full. I don't know. I don't get how he does it.
That is super clean.
It's crazy. So clean. Cool. Let's move on. Debut on Monstercat, which you release Be With You. Is that the song you just put out?
It is the song that I just put out literally yesterday.
Sick. I have
And,
to listen to it still.
Yeah, definitely, bro. And
Is
yeah,
it like up tempo, like your usual stuff, or like?
yeah. If you heard the Britney Spears remix or
Yeah,
even
yeah.
Tayo Cruz remix I put out, it's kind of the same vibe, a little bit like
Sick.
Knock 2 or stuff like this.
Sick.
And this was originally a flip, so basically I made it as a flip of James Hype Ferrari, and I started
Yeah.
playing it, and I also did like a reel on Instagram, like why I played it in my computer, and it was like, okay, just release it, release it, release it. Then I played it at ADE, it works super well, and I was like, I need to make it as an original song, because
Yeah, yeah.
like sometimes I just make remixes which are not official or whatever, and the song is too good to be given away like as a free stuff on YouTube. You know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, for
I want
sure.
to make it like a real actual song which can be also on Spotify and stuff.
Yeah.
So this is what happened with this one. And in the meanwhile, I think Monstercat approached us, or maybe we did approach Monstercat. I can't really remember how it went, but we got in touch with Monstercat, and Monstercat has always been like one of those labels which I always been looking up to, because it feels like they've always been like releasing great music and
Yeah,
like
for sure.
such different genres, and also it's like such a big label, like in the US, Canada, all this stuff. I always
Yeah.
wanted to have a song on Monstercat, and
Sick.
so yeah, we sent some songs to them, and they loved this one, so they really wanted to put it out. So yeah, we just did that with them, and it went
Nice.
super well.
Yeah, I mean, I know the label, but I like it's not as known for me. Probably also because I'm Dutch. You know, I grew up with whatever Spin-In, Revealed, Protocol, the usual Dutch labels. But yeah, I remember a couple songs. I can't. I don't think I remember from who they are, but I know there's like a lot of cool stuff on
There's
Monstercat.
so many, like even in my microphone just fell off. There's so many, like even in dubstep scene or whatever, like they just released so much stuff, which is actually great and which everyone has been playing. I was like, yo. Also, I use it to play Rocket League a lot, and
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
Monstercat has a deal with Rocket League.
Oh,
So
sick.
now I literally emailed them yesterday about it. Like, yo, is there a way to have my logo in Rocket League as well? Because I know a lot of artists have their flag with their logo in Rocket League, and even their song. It would be like absolutely insane to have my song in Rocket
Yeah,
League.
yeah.
So, yeah, who knows? Maybe it's gonna be on
Yeah,
Rocket
that
League.
would be
I just hope
sick.
so.
Rocket League. I've never played Rocket League. I was like during COVID, Warzone was my go-to.
Of course, everyone was on Warzone. Like, I tried to organize at some point like a 100 players, which were like all DJs.
Yeah, yeah. That would have
Warzone
been
stuff.
sick.
It was hard to organize because a lot of people were like, "Oh yeah, I won't play at that time. I won't play." So it was
Yeah,
hard, but
yeah.
I ended up playing with so many different DJs actually. Like we didn't know each
Sick.
other back then, but if we did know, like we will have played together.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I remember I played with Afrojack. I played with Nicky Romero at some point, and also with Alan Walker.
Sick.
Alan Walker was always playing like Search and Destroy. It was really fun.
Yeah, I played a lot with Mike Williams, and then like a couple guys from Slam, the radio station. We always used to do like Warzone, but I don't know. Do you ever still play? I don't play a lot anymore.
I don't play a lot. I tried to play it a little bit when I came here because I didn't know what to do because I don't know anyone actually in Belgium.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
barely know anyone. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna bring the Xbox. I'm gonna see when I can play. But then, yeah, I actually stopped playing again because I'm mostly just on a computer. And
Yeah.
every time I'm playing video games, I mean, I love video games, but every time I'm
Same.
playing them, there's always like a little voice in my head, like, you know, when you're playing, you're not working, and you could do this, and maybe you don't make it because you could just make music right now. So every time I just run back to the computer and try to do some stuff.
Yeah, same. Honestly, is that something you struggle with? Like for me, a lot of times when I don't know, like just on the weekend, I have like a chill day and I'm just like, you know, Netflixing or gaming or whatever. Sometimes I just actually feel like guilty, like that I'm like not working. And then I like, I don't know, look on Instagram stories and I see other DJs in the studio working and whatever. And you just feel terrible.
Yeah, that's literally me all the time. Like every time I'm at home, I know I have to do work. I mean, in my head, I have to do work, even if I
Yeah,
should
yeah.
give myself like some free time. So I think the best thing is like just to go out and go do something. Like for example, I love theme parks, and I know my girlfriend loves theme parks. So
Yeah,
for
yeah.
me, the best way to escape my computer is to go to a theme park because that way I can't be on the computer.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, if I'm home, I know at some point just gonna go back to the computer, or maybe I'm just gonna stick to my phone. Like sometimes I'm playing video games, and then I just have my phone on the side, and then I just stop playing video games because I'm sending some stuff. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it's quite hard to find like yeah, like free time, which is actual free time.
Yeah, exactly. When you're not like still in your mind, like thinking about all kinds of stuff that needs to be done, and like there's always something to finish or always something to do.
And sometimes, like even I'm in the bed or something, I'm like almost going to sleep, and then I think about something, and I'm like, oh my god, I forgot about this. There's a deadline and stuff. So I just run back to the computer. That happened to me like quite a few times.
Yeah, yeah. It's hard sometimes to like balance and like.
Yeah, yeah, it is hard. I think I found like a little bit more balance now because I'm doing much more like outside stuff. Also
Yeah,
thanks to
yeah.
my girlfriend, which is helping me with this because
Nice.
yeah, just all alone I would just stay in the studio like all day, all night. But now like she wants us to have a bit of like social life and
Yeah, of
outside
course.
life. So yeah, it's funny because like all the fans and they all always think like DJs are always partying, always going outside
Yeah.
and stuff. But the reality behind this is like most of DJs are actually like yeah pretty alone, just at home making
Yeah,
music
yeah.
or just like working like this, and so much different.
For sure. And I think most of us are sort of like a little bit introverted computer nerds in the end. And yeah, the image is what you say, like that we're like always out partying and whatever. But like, I guess the happiest place is like behind the computer, just messing around with music.
It is.
Yeah,
Even
it's
like when
crazy.
I'm touring or something, I like to produce a little bit of music because
Yeah,
it reminds me of my little comfort zone where I'm on the computer, you know.
yeah, yeah. Are you able to get a lot of work done when you're traveling, or is that hard?
Depends, actually depends. Like before, like few years ago, I would love to produce in the plane, but now I'm not doing this anymore because I just find it like super ridiculously like so tiny. Like
Yeah, yeah,
most of the time, I'm traveling in economy, and it's
yeah.
like you
Same.
don't have enough space, and the
No.
computer is like this.
Yeah, like yeah.
Yeah,
Many times I'm like literally with my computer like this with the keyboard here.
it's so much uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I mean, there was like last summer I did travel in business class, and this was actually my first time in business class. And so this
nice.
time I had a little bit more space, but then I ended up like not working. I ended up just sleeping because it was so great to actually sleep in a plane
Yeah,
and without being like this. I was like super happy, and then I ended up sleeping.
yeah. It changes so much. Like I've flown like business class, maybe like I don't know 5 times or something. It's like it's such a world of difference.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't want to sound too spoiled now, but yeah, it's so comfy to be able to actually lie down flat and sleep.
It's so much different. Like I remember I was going to Japan last summer to. This is why I did this, and I had to travel Japan, and then I had to come back literally like not even 24 hours after, because I was
Wow.
doing Tomorrowland with my girlfriend, but in the crowd where we're
Yeah, yeah,
camping and stuff. And so yeah, I had like such little time to spend in Japan, and I had so much time in the plane. I was like, yo, I'm just gonna go alone to Japan, and then I'm gonna take like business class.
yeah, yeah,
And also, I really wanted to try it out because I always been watching out those videos of guys. Oh yeah, this is the biggest seat, the most
yeah, yeah,
expensive seat. And it's like, I mean, it wasn't first class; it was business class. But still,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh my god,
It's
the
crazy.
meals, the drinks, everything was just it's so much better. And also the space. Yeah, most of
Yeah.
it. I think it's the most important is just having a little bit more space because every time
Oh,
like
for
you're in the
sure.
plane, you're like, it's so hard.
I mean, that's what I also get a lot. Like a lot of people are like, "Oh, but you're flying business class all the time, right?" I'm like, no. It's like people always think you're always on private jets and business class flights, and
Yeah.
but
I never
it's
been in a private jet yet.
it's a crazy
But
experience.
yeah, how is it actually? Like, does it moves a lot?
No, it's pretty smooth actually. It's like, I mean, it really takes off like super quick because it's like light. So that's weird. Like you literally take off in like with like a big plane. It takes a
Yeah, like
while
over
and
a
like
minute or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And with this, it's like I don't know, maybe 30, 40 seconds, and you're like in the air. It's like but
Sick.
it's pretty smooth. But I don't know, it's just a little bit more like more agile, just because it's like small, and like when it makes a turn, it all goes a bit quicker and everything. But just the whole idea of like, of you just get to the plane, you get in and you leave, basically. Like no security, no,
You just
not
don't
really.
go through security or anything. You just drive to the plane, or
Yeah, basically. It's
damn.
pretty crazy.
Okay, that's so much next level. Like I would love
Yeah.
that because security controls, especially when you have to take like random flights. Sometimes you have like two different flights, and you have to go through twice the security that happened.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
Yeah.
Like I remember once, like I had this gig in Poland. It was in Poznan, so in the north of Poland,
Yeah.
and I had to take a flight to London. So from Marseille in the south of France to London, then I had to stay overnight, and then
Oh,
I
no
had
way.
another flight from London to Poland, and I was like, it's so dumb because
Yeah.
it's so far away from like you just go like the routing is like this.
Yeah,
Sometimes
exactly.
routes are like so dumb, and I
I
remember coming
guess.
back from Frankfurt as well, and I had to
Yeah.
come back Frankfurt, Madrid, Marseille.
That's crazy. Yeah, I guess I'm lucky living in Amsterdam. Like it's very well connected to everywhere.
It is a big airport, yeah, for sure. Like the other time when we went to Japan, like I think it was last month. We
Yeah.
actually drove to Amsterdam Schiphol. Is it Schiphol?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Drove to Amsterdam, and then we actually took off from Amsterdam because it was just easier.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, sometimes I did. I drive to Brussels. Wait, what's that in French? How do you say that in French?
The main Brussels airport, it's seven time.
No, but like just Brussels in French, because they speak mostly French there, right?
Bruxelles.
Right. I'm not gonna try to pronounce that.
I mean, my only Dutch is like lekker, and that's about it.
That's all you need to know.
Yeah. I mean, I know another thing, which is something with kitchen, but I don't want to say it.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
Probably all Dutch people listening know exactly what you mean.
I probably.
Cool, let's dive into the last one. Oh, this is interesting. Actually, I have one. You've released so much music. Any songs that you regret releasing?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, the first ones, the first song, let me just go to my Spotify real quick. Because I know the first songs which I wanted to release, I mean, which I released in my life, I'm not really proud of because they were really, really badly produced. Oh my god, I have to scroll so much. Yeah, there's some songs in 2014. I don't know why I did that. And then, yeah, 2015, I never got any royalties from that. I remember signing contracts back then. I didn't know what a contract was. I just signed it.
Yeah.
And then, I never got royalties. Some guys put their name on the song, and I was literally like the second artist, even if I made like
No way.
the whole song.
Crazy.
And then, yeah, another one which someone put his name on, another one which someone put his name on. And then finally, 2015, I started releasing some songs which were like actual songs. I remember also, yeah, there was a song which I asked my management recently to just like take it off from
Yeah.
all photos because I was using Michael Jackson a cappella on it back then. And I remember it got like, I don't know, like 300k plays back then, which was still insane because I was absolutely nobody, but I didn't have any rights. I didn't clear the song. I was just like, okay, I can use the acapella.
Did you ever get in trouble for it, or you
I actually
never?
got it. Didn't get in any trouble, so
Oh, nice.
I'm happy
Well,
with that. Now it's deleted. But there's probably like some songs which I regret. I think it's mostly the older songs.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
they
I
also
don't
made
know. Yeah, exactly. It's like the journey, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, I think
Sometimes,
like I have some songs that I don't regret the actual song, but I just feel like I could have worked on it a little bit longer and made it like just the 10% better
yeah,
instead
exactly.
of
Like
just
there's songs
hurrying
like that
and
which
putting it out.
you know, I have a hardstyle song out on Spotify. I
Really?
even have like some dubstep under Retrovision. Yeah, back then,
No
like I
way.
was really releasing just anything.
Yeah.
First, I
Well,
wanted to be like a DJ who can do like any genres of music,
yeah,
but then
yeah.
I started noticing, oh yeah, maybe you need to find like a vibe and a kind of genre that people can recognize you for. So
Yeah,
this is,
exactly.
I went from like making anything to just making house and electro stuff because that
Nice.
fits me a little bit more.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I mean, it's cool to like experiment with everything and like,
yeah, I mean, I like to produce just anything because if I produce the same song over and over again, I just get bored of it. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
sometimes I just produce like I don't know, like recently I produced some hardstyle, and I was like really happy with it, and I started playing out some hardstyle then because it was just funny, and
Sick.
um, and I also produce a bit of dubstep on the side, but it's mostly for me and for like I share it to some friends, and I'm like, oh look, I produced this, but then I just end up never releasing anything like this.
Yeah, yeah.
Just people, if people see me start to see me like releasing hardstyle dubstep, they will be like, what is he doing?
Yeah, people, yeah. Which is sometimes, I mean, sometimes you do want to like experiment and
Yeah,
like,
it's always a
I,
big talk with the management and booking agent with that. 'Cause sometimes I really want to put out a song which is not in the same genre, and I'm like, what shall we do?
I mean, dude, like, I don't know, just sometimes it's just nice to try, right? Just put it out there and see what happens.
Don't say this too much, cause otherwise in 3 months you're gonna see like Retrovision released dubstep song.
A full hardstyle album.
I mean, I quite like a hardstyle, to be honest. I really love it. And I think I'm gonna invite like a hardstyle artist at the next
Sick.
AD party because
That would
like
be sick.
yeah, it is so sick. And
Also, like, so different.
yeah, but I feel like we had this discussion last weekend. We went to a festival which is called May Day in Germany, and
Yeah.
we had this discussion about like the different fan base, and I feel like the hardstyle fan base is quite similar as all the EDM fan base because it's still melodic, it still has a lot of vocal and stuff like that, which
Yeah.
techno doesn't have. And I feel like
Yeah,
techno
yeah.
and hardcore is absolutely different fan base, and those
For
two fan
sure.
base they're not really the same, and they don't go to the same stuff.
No.
And this is what I really noticed because there was a hardcore stage, and they put some hardstyle DJ before. There was Soundrush and Outsiders and some other guys like that. And hardstyle actually didn't work that well. And Soundrush had to adapt their set, and they
Oh, wow.
actually ended up like going a little bit more hardcore at the end and
Yeah, yeah.
classical German, I don't know, stuff like this, and it actually worked better because hardstyle wasn't really a thing in that stage for that crowd, and yeah,
Sick.
it's so different.
I mean, also, like, for a lot of the, like, guys that were big at EDM, like Showtek,
Yeah,
Headhunters, that was, like, I mean, he went back to hardstyle, but, like, they did
yeah.
great as, like, EDM producers. So,
He was definitely a great producer, like
yeah,
a
yeah.
great EDM producer. I love this. To be honest,
So
like
sick.
I was a Headhunters fan, like when he back then, like years ago when he was
Yeah,
making
yeah.
hardstyle, and when he did the EDM switch, I was also happy because I loved it. I was like, he makes actually great melodies, and
Yeah,
it's
the
still great
best.
production. It's super well produced.
Yeah, exactly. Sick. Cool, man. I want to thank you for being here and having this fun conversation.
Thanks for having
And
me as well.
hopefully, I'll see you soon. We should work on a song, actually, I think.
Yo, definitely, definitely.
Let's
I will
try
send
it.
you some stuff after the
Sick.
after the call.
Cool. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's
Thank
definitely.
you so much, brother. See you soon. Thank you guys for tuning in again. See you guys on the next one.
Bye bye.